What happens when a familiar face, known for warmth and laughter, quietly reminds the world what strength really looks like? For years, Eamonn Holmes has been a comforting presence in living rooms everywhere. His voice, his humor, and his easy charm have made mornings feel lighter and conversations feel closer. But recently, something shifted, not loudly, not dramatically, but gently enough to touch millions of hearts all at once. It wasn't a dramatic announcement or a carefully staged moment. It was something far simpler, a smile that lingered a little longer, a soft joke delivered with extra care, a look that said more than words ever could. And suddenly, fans weren't just watching, they were feeling. Eamonn has always had a way of turning everyday moments into something special. Whether he's sharing a laugh or offering a thoughtful reflection, there's a natural honesty in the way he connects. That honesty has become even more meaningful as he continues navigating personal challenges with quiet determination. Instead of retreating, he did what he's always done: he showed up. And that's where the emotion truly began. Viewers noticed how he leaned into warmth rather than worry, how humor still danced through his words even when life felt heavier than usual. There was romance in that resilience, a kind of love story between a man and the audience who has grown up with him. One gentle moment, shared without fuss, seemed to say, "I'm still here, and I still believe in joy." It's hard not to smile at that. Eamonn's humor, always quick and self-aware, hasn't disappeared. If anything, it's become even more charming. A raised eyebrow here, a playful remark there, small reminders that laughter can exist alongside life's tougher chapters. Fans responded instantly. Messages poured in, filled with affection, encouragement, and even a bit of cheeky banter, because that's the relationship people feel they have with him. Not distant admiration, but familiarity, like checking in on an old friend. And in those exchanges, something beautiful happened. Instead of sympathy, there was connection. Instead of sadness, there was warmth. Instead of worry, there was shared strength. Eamonn didn't ask for attention. He didn't frame his moment as extraordinary. He simply allowed himself to be real, and that authenticity struck a chord deeper than any headline ever could. There's something quietly romantic about that kind of courage. Romance isn't always grand gestures or sweeping declarations. Sometimes it's showing up, day after day, with a sense of humor intact and a heart open to the people who care. That's what fans saw. They saw a man choosing optimism, choosing lightness, choosing to make others smile even when it would be easier to focus inward. And in doing so, he reminded everyone watching that strength doesn't have to shout. It can whisper, it can smile, it can joke, it can hold someone's hand through the screen and say, "We're okay, we'll keep going." There was even a playful spark in how he carried himself, an unmistakable twinkle that suggested he still finds joy in the little things, a well-timed laugh, a shared glance, a moment that feels unscripted and sincere. That spark made fans laugh through their tears because it felt real. And maybe that's why this moment mattered so much. It wasn't about struggle, it was about presence, about love, humor, and the unspoken bond between a broadcaster and the people who have welcomed him into their lives for decades. Eamonn didn't need dramatic words to move people. He just needed to be himself. In a world that often rushes past quiet bravery, this gentle reminder slowed everything down. It invited viewers to pause, reflect, and appreciate resilience wrapped in kindness. There's something exciting about watching someone redefine strength, not as toughness, but as tenderness. And there's an undeniably funny about how Eamonn does it with a wink and a grin, as if to say, "Don't worry, I've still got a joke for you." Fans felt that. They responded with warmth that matched his own. They shared memories, laughter, and messages filled with gratitude. Gratitude for the years of companionship, gratitude for the honesty, gratitude for a moment that felt shared rather than staged. This wasn't just a heartwarming moment, it was a reminder of why people care so deeply. Because Eamonn Holmes isn't just a familiar face, he's a familiar feeling. Comfort, laughter, connection. And in this quietly powerful chapter, he's shown that even when life changes, those things don't have to disappear. They can grow deeper. As viewers continue to watch, one thing is clear. This story isn't about hardship, it's about heart, about choosing joy, choosing humor, and choosing to keep moving forward with grace. That's what made fans emotional. That's what made them smile through their tears. And that's what turned one simple moment into something unforgettable. If this story touched you, if it made you smile or reflect, take a second to share your thoughts. Moments like this remind us why human connection matters and why kindness, laughter, and honesty will always find a way to shine through. Sometimes the most powerful stories aren't shouted, they're felt.